Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marisa Diaz, for those of you who don't know me yet. And on this channel, I share a lot of information about nutrition, weight loss, and healthy lifestyle. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to do that now. And then if you want to get notified every time I put out a video, don't forget to hit the little bell. And at the end of the video, if you enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Now, on today's video, I am going to share with you what I normally do whenever I am going to go out to eat to a restaurant and I am going through a cut or a diet or a caloric deficit, however you want to call it. But whenever I'm trying to stay on track to reach a specific goal and I have to, and someone invites me to a restaurant because we're celebrating something, or it could be work related, or you just want to go out to eat. So I'm going to share with you the kind of like the steps that I take every time I'm going to go out to eat to make sure that I stay on track. So to sum all of that up, on this video, I'm going to share with you my steps to going out to eat to a restaurant and staying on track. If you're going to the restaurant and you normally, eat very healthy always, and you just want to go eat and indulge and have a great time and not think about calories or macros, do it. Every now and then, all of us need that. So this video is really only going to help you if you're, trying to find ways to eat out and at the same time staying on track. So that doesn't mean that every time you go out, you should look at the calories, look at the macros. Absolutely not. You should be able to go out every now and then and just enjoy your meal, order whatever you want and not feel guilty about it. But if you are trying to reach a specific goal, then this is going to help. So the very first thing that I do as soon as I get the name of the restaurant that we're going to go to is I go online and I check their website. And the first thing that I'm actually looking for is their nutritional information or nutritional charts. So a lot of restaurants, especially the big ones or the chains, do have like the nutritional information for all of their dishes on their website. So that's one of the places that I first go and I check, because if they already have that information there, then very easy. So I go in there and I check their menu and I compare it to the nutritional chart, and then I see which one would be the best option for me. Now, this is going to depend on what your goals are. So if you're only counting calories, you're really just looking at the caloric value. Now, if you care about macros, let's say you're counting macros, then make sure you're looking at those as well. Depending on what you are interested in, I'm always going to suggest looking for something that's high in protein and then lower in fat and then moderate in carbs. But it's really going to depend on your goals once again. So pretty much just go through a website, check out their nutritional chart, nutritional information, see if you can find it. And if you do find it, then go ahead and check based on your goals what the best options are for you. So this is very important because I personally do believe that in order to be successful and to stay on track whenever you go to a restaurant, you kind of need to plan ahead. Because once you get there, there's a lot of menus that don't have the caloric value printed on the menu. So unless you look in advance, you might not have enough time once you get to the restaurant to go online, find the nutritional chart, look at all the different options, and then you might end up making, a decision that might not really be maybe the one that goes best with the goals that you're trying to reach. Now, if you couldn't find the nutritional information on the website, that's okay. I mean, that's totally fine. There's different things that you can do. You can just go ahead and try and Google it. Sometimes it won't be on their website, but you'll still be able to find it on some other website. But if not, you can use an app similar to MyFitnessPal or MyFitnessPal. Parentheses, if you don't know what MyFitnessPal is or how to use it, I actually have a video about it, so I'm going to go ahead and put it right up here. But you can go in this app and add the dish and the restaurant name, and sometimes those dishes are already in the app, so they'll give you that information. But if you can't find the exact dish from the exact restaurant, just look for something that's similar and just use that as reference. It's better to have that than not having anything at all. Now, the day that you're going to go to the restaurant, do not starve yourself. This one's very important because I used to do that many years ago, that I'd be like, oh, I'm going to go to a restaurant tonight and I'm going to eat stuff, that I'm not supposed to eat because of my diet. So I'm just not going to eat anything all day so that I can eat whatever I want at night. That never really works because you're going to be starving. So by the time you get there, you're just going to eat whatever they put in front of you. And in most restaurants, they are going to put either bread or chips, or you're going to order appetizers, or even order way more food than you normally would just because you're so hungry. So do not starve yourself. Just eat normal. You can go maybe you can even go like a lighter version of what you normally would do, but still, have your breakfast, have your lunch, or if it's a lunch appointment, have your regular breakfast. Sometimes what I'll even do is I'll even have a snack, like a healthy snack, very low in calories, right before I go, so that exactly I'm not super hungry when I get there. So all I'm saying is, do not starve yourself. Eat normal. You can eat a little bit lighter than you normally would. That's totally okay. But don't skip meals and don't intentionally starve yourself just because you're going to go out to eat, okay? Remember, no one gained weight because of one meal and no one's going to lose weight because of one meal. So just have your normal day, eat a little bit lighter portions or something even a little bit lower in calories. That's totally fine, but do not skip meals, okay? So we're at the restaurant, you're having maybe a little bit of bread, a little bit of chips. That's totally fine. Don't go crazy and eat the entire chips basket or eat the entire bread. You can definitely have a little bit if you want to, or if you're really hungry. Now, if you can skip it, even better, and just go straight to the entree. Now, if you can skip the appetizer and just go straight to the entree, that would be great because that's no more, you're not adding extra calories for the appetizer. But if you also want to order an appetizer, maybe you can find someone to share it with, so that way you're sharing the calories and you don't feel like you need to eat the entire thing. But then once you get the entree, if you were able to research in advance which entree to get, then that's great. You already know what you're having and the calories and the macros that you're getting. But if this is a surprise visit and you just weren't expecting it, didn't have enough time to research or couldn't find any information at all, then I suggest going with something that is like a lean protein, grilled chicken, grilled fish, shrimp, something like that. Try not to go with very fatty meats. And then you can have some, little bit of carbs, some rice if you want. You can even have a potato and then some veggies. With the veggies, be very careful because sometimes they'll prepare them with a ton of butter. So try to just have either grilled veggies or just ask them hey, can you please make sure that they're not filled with butter, and instead maybe some olive oil or just sauteed with a tiny bit of oil, or maybe just grilled. So that would be a great option. You can also order a famous salad and then just add some protein and have the dressing on the side. And maybe you add a little bit of the dressing, or like I said, you can order some or ask for some balsamic vinegar and olive oil on the side, and just make your own kind of vinaigrette, which will be much more calorie friendly than any dressing that you can find in a restaurant. Something that's very important if you are really trying to eat, low calories and really stay on track, even if you're eating out, something that's going to be very important is to not drink your calories. And I know I probably sound like a broken record because I repeat that in so many of my videos, but it's one that, in a cocktail, just one single cocktail, you could be drinking 200 to 300 calories, sometimes even more. So, I'm the type of person that I would rather have an appetizer or maybe a dessert instead of a drink, but that's just me. I know there's a lot of people that are I'd rather drink my calories. Hey, to each their own, that's totally fine. But that's just a little tip that if you want to keep your calorie intake low when you're eating out, just order some water. And actually something that I do is as soon as I get to the restaurant while everyone is having chips and bread, etc., I'll order a big cup of water and I'll tell myself, you need to finish this before the entree. So then that'll keep me occupied until I get my entree, so that I'm not just grabbing a little bit of everything that I have in front of me. Now, the very last thing that I'll say is when you're eating the entree and if you start feeling full, stop eating. You don't need to finish the entire thing. Restaurants are known for giving very large portions. So do not finish your meal if you're starting to feel like, hey, I'm fine, I'm not hungry anymore. Don't force yourself. Put it in a to-go box and then just take it home. But don't force yourself to eat more than you should, because it is known that restaurants will give you bigger portions. So sometimes the portion that a restaurant will give you, it's normally maybe 2 regular meals. So as soon as you're starting to feel like, oh, maybe, I'm getting to a comfortable spot, I don't need to eat anymore, stop eating and immediately ask for a to-go box. Because if you just leave it in front of you and you see other people eating around you, you might feel tempted to keep eating. So just immediately ask for a to-go box, put it in there, and just keep it sealed. So those are just the little tips and the little steps that I take. Keep in mind, planning for me, it's very important. And every time I go out to a restaurant, I try to plan it. So I'll be like, okay, this is where I'm going. I'll go to the website and try to find the nutritional facts. If you can't find those, just look at the menu and then just see if you can find anything that looks, that would be similar to what you would normally eat. Check MyFitnessPal or any other app similar to that. See if you can find it in there. And then, once you get there, try not to drink your calories. Try not to, grab a little bit of chips and then a little bit of bread and try to maybe get a big cup of water and just stay entertained with that until your entree comes. And then once you do get your entree, once you start feeling full, just stop eating and ask for a to-go box. It's not a competition. You don't need to finish the entire thing. You can ask for a to-go box, put it in there, and then maybe even have dessert. Maybe even share dessert with someone else. So that way you don't feel like you have to finish the entire thing. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you find this helpful. If there are any other tips or anything else that you would like me to make a video about, please go ahead and put it on the comments below. But that is about it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to do that now. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.